You stupid.
You all alone this morning, Michael?
The teacher is never more alone than when he has 48 biology exams to correct 3 minutes before a 9 o'clock class. Why didn't I major in something more practical? You know, I could have been a shepherd.
Shepherds make more money than teachers.
Shepherds' dogs make more money than teachers.
Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. Lois, have you had a chance to pass my request for a teaching assistant on to Mr. Cooper?
Oh, yeah, days ago. But you know, since it comes under the heading of budget, he passed it on to Mr. Brody.
Oh, great. Then I can forget about it.
Well, don't lose heart, Michael. Brody might have a sudden weak spell and okay it.
Ha! Good morning, Diana.
Ha!
Well, you're looking thoroughly furious this morning.
Livid would be a better word. Or annoyed, irritated, exasperated, provoked, or as we say back home, cheesed off.
Diana, what's the matter?
What's the matter? I've got this filthy cold, a sore throat, and I spent my last hour at the bank.
Honey, I don't go to my bank anymore. No reason to. I even got a letter from the Christmas Club demanding my resignation.
Those people have perfected harassment. I deposited my paycheck on the 1st of the month, and then I wrote out checks for rent, for groceries, for insurance, and so on, and they all bounced.
You mean your check from the school district was no good?
No, the check was good, but my bank held on to it for 10 days until it cleared, and then it was too late.
Did you complain to someone? I would have gone down there and kicked head, then continued on down.
Yeah, but it's not a person anymore, Gwen. You know, it's a computer. You've ever tried complaining to a computer? All you get is an insufferable electronic sneer.
Lois, what did you mean before when you went,
Nothing. The school district check didn't bounce, right? So there's nothing to worry about.
Hey.
Okay. I overheard Mr. Cooper having an argument on the phone with the district supervisor.
About what exactly?
What programs to cut? How to save money? What personnel to let go?
Personnel?
That's it. We're dead where we sit.
No, Mr. Cooper. Mr. Cooper was very much against the whole idea.
Well, that's gratifying, but who won the argument?
Well, I can't be sure. They hung up on each other.
Dead and buried.
Good morning, staff. Here you are. You know, it amazes me you people find time to dawdle over coffee before morning bell.
Personnel questionnaire for purpose of time and motion study. Oh, come on. Not another form, Brody.
These are to be filled out and turned into my office before 3 p.m. Please be accurate, conscientious, and neat, and not in ink.
An actual pencil from Mr. Brody. Do you realize that the last time I tried to check a box of pencils out of supply, he made me turn in all my old stubs?
My computer is programmed to read only the markings from these pencils. That way, there's less chance for human error. I hate human error.
Oh, I am sorry. Everyone, this is Mr. Hunter Hogan from the school district's Office of Budget Management. I've asked Mr. Hogan to come here and survey Fillmore High School's operations as it applies to our overall budgetary requirements.
Yeah, I'm particularly interested in exposing the wasteful habits of teachers.
I shudder to think what you'll find here at Fillmore, Mr. Hogan.
Yeah, probably a lot of human error. I mean, we are human. Most of us. Sometimes.
But computers are smarter. Always.
Well, you know, I'm not so sure that computers are smarter than people, Mr. Hogan. I mean, if we let our lives be run by machines, where does that leave human beings?
Better off.
Hear, hear.
That form is the result of highly sophisticated program input, designed to reflect every contingency encompassed by the teacher-student interface module.
What?
He means everything that happens in class, right?
Well, you know, aren't these questions a little negative, Mr. Hogan? Where can you cut? What is your most wasted time? How can you do with less?
Like it or not, the day of the giveaway is over in this country.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, Mr. Hogan. No more free ride. Tighten the belt. Bite the bullet.
Well, pardon me, gentlemen. I have students waiting.
In what curriculum category do you function, instruction-wise?
I teach plain English. Oh, Mr. Cooper.
Yeah. I'll take care of it. It'll be gone tomorrow. Miss Swanson, why would anybody paint a 30-foot-high happy face outside the gymnasium?
Misguided school spirit.
I'll tell it to the guy across the street who runs a funeral parlor.
Mr. Cooper, why are you working out here in Lois's office instead of in your own office?
Because somebody else is in my office, a robot named Hogan, who right now is interfacing with my teachers.
I don't believe it. This guy Hogan is nuts.
Why do you say that?
We were going over the budget for my lab classes, you know? And there was this figure in there for frogs.
Frogs?
Yeah, my sophomores dissect them.
Oh, right.
Anyway, Hogan wants to know, why can't we buy half as many frogs from now on? You see, he figures that the morning classes can take them apart and the afternoon classes can put them back together again.
Swanson, Mr. Hogan is ready for you.
Miss Swanson, if anybody can talk the hind leg off a computer, you can. Give him hell.
This is Miss Diana Swanson, Mr. Hogan.
Yes. The purpose of this, very simply,
Yes.
is that studies show an interface with each teacher in a one-to-one encounter enhances the computer program input and results in greater readout effectiveness.
How lovely.
I notice you have an accent.
An accent won't give you that idea. No, I taught English proper, I do. Just joking.
Yes. I mention it because of the British economy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Just that you may be more attuned to an economic ideology that has brought your homeland to financial chaos.
Oh, no, Mr. Hogan, no, I had nothing to do with that. No, you can ask Margaret Thatcher. I promise you she's never heard of me.
That's another joke, isn't it?
Good heavens. They always say the British are humorless.
I know a joke. Everyone is out of step but Freddie. Shall I tell it?
Oh, please.
A mother sees her son marching in a parade. Look how well he marches, she says. Everyone is out of step but Freddie.
Oh, well, that is a good one.
Mr. Brody, do you have that list of cuttable programs
Oh,
for
I
me?
certainly do. The drama department,
No argument.
school dance band,
Not essential.
the baseball team.
How did they do?
Undefeated, sir.
Good. They'll go out in a blaze of glory. Draw up the figures, Mr. Brody.
I'll get right on it, sir.
An intensely dedicated and cooperative administrator.
Marches in step, just like Freddie.
Miss Swanson, I am not your enemy.
Mr. Hogan, you know, this school can barely get by with what it has, and you propose taking some of that away. How do you expect me to react?
Cuts have to be made. That is the reality. Our job is merely to distinguish the fat from the truly needy. I merely want your input.
Input. All right, Mr. Hogan, I'll give you input now. 4 times during the past year, I have made requests for new textbooks. You know, I can hardly teach from a book that lists Horatio Alger as a contemporary American novelist. No, and I'm not a no. Half the teachers in this school have been using out-of-date texts. But do we get new books? No, Mr. Hogan, no. We get you with your mountain of surveys and forms and computer. I'm really sorry. What is my most wasted time? Today, Mr. Hogan, with you, sitting here, listening to a man that believes a balanced budget is to be preferred over an educated mind. Well, let your computer chew on that, Mr. Hogan.
Thank you, Miss Swanson. Your comments will be noted.
Well, Swanson, it's been fun knowing you. Drop us a line to tell us what school you'll be teaching at next.
Well, I did as you asked, Mr. Cooper. I'm afraid I may have gone a tiny bit too far.
You belted him?
Oh, no.
Oh, you should have. You know, I always say, never trust a guy whose collar button's down in 3 places.
Oh, Mr. Hogan, I wanted to show you this chart I prepared on chalk consumption.
Later.
I'll show it to you, too.
I don't care.
Mr. Cooper, I'd like to go over a few items with you, may we?
Oh, I'd be thrilled to go in my own office. Thrilled.
Oh, I had the impression that you didn't care to cooperate with any of this.
Well, I don't. You see, but in the lower left-hand drawer of my desk, I have my tuna fish sandwich.
Look, you people aren't going anyplace for a while, are you?
Oh, we're just having lunch, Mr. Papko.
That's right, a half hour every day. 5 minutes to eat the daily special and 25 minutes to get over.
I wish I had 5 minutes for lunch. This guy Hogan's a real prize, you know?
Oh, don't tell me he's got you involved in his madness, Mr. Pafko.
He gave me this form and this special pencil and told me to count all the empty chairs in the teacher's lounge. But people keep getting up and going or coming in and sitting. What does he expect me to do?
Well, what does Hogan expect any of us to do?
He told you to count chairs, too?
Mr. Cooper, care to join us?
What do you think you're doing? He can't sit there. It's been counted as an empty.
Pafko, you don't have to count me,
Why not?
because I said so.
That's a good reason. Hey, where do you think you're going?
Oh, this is great. Now Hogan's computer is getting rid of our tables and chairs for us. When is this going to stop, Mr. Cooper?
I wish I knew. You know, I've been through these budget cuts before, but this guy Hogan is a killer. Cut.
Yeah, but so far there haven't been any personnel cuts.
I didn't say that.
Uh-oh. Unemployment line, voila.
But who? How many?
I don't know. At least one.
Don't forget to write.
Morning, Mr. Brody. Mr. Brody, are you all right?
You.
Yes, Mr. Brody, it is I.
Mr. Hogan is okaying your textbook. He's giving Dreyfus back his frogs. He may even approve teaching assistants.
Oh, really? I'm delighted.
Oh, that would make you happy, wouldn't it? All because of you.
Me?
30 years, Swanson. 30 years of loyalty, of dedication.
You?
Me.
You're the one that's been
Yes,
fired.
fired. Down the drain. Scuttled. Axed in my prime. Finished. Kaput. Finito.
Come in.
Mr. Cooper.
Got a pair of pliers on you? Blowtorch? How about a hand grenade?
No, here, let me. I've got fingernails.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, I want to talk to you about Mr. Brody.
Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to need these after we have our little talk about Brody. What is it?
Mr. Cooper, am I really responsible for what's happened?
You must have made a strong case to Mr. Hogan. He was going to cut somebody. You just got him to change his aim.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say no.
Look, if it'll make you feel any better, this was bound to happen sooner or later.
Well, surely he'll get another position at another school.
Mr. Brody's been an assistant principal for 15 years. Fillmore's the end of the line for him.
Well, won't they do something for him?
They'll retire him.
Oh, well, perhaps now he'll have more time to spend with his family, don't you think?
He never married, lives with his mother.
Well, perhaps you'll be glad to have him round the house. Oh. When I came in, I was hoping you were going to make me feel better.
Yeah, that's Brody, all right. Hey, Diana, we were just exchanging some of our favorite Brody stories. Do you remember the time he wanted to arm all the hall monitors with stun guns?
Well, the fact is, I feel very sorry for Mr. Brody.
Oh, come on, Diana, he got himself into this. It was his idea to bring Hogan in here. Now he'll be replaced with a machine. Look, a computer could do what he does and do it with a better personality.
Right. At least no machine is going to follow me down the hall to the ladies' room yelling, one paper towel, one paper towel.
Yes, all right. I mean, I admit that Mr. Brody can very often be very petty and pompous and you know, really make it hard for us.
Okay,
but he's doing his job. No, please,
fine,
let me finish, please. If we let them retire him, he's just going to be condemned to this miserable... Michael, what is it? Oh, dear.
I've got to get back to the office.
So do I. No, wait, please. I have something for all of you. Miss McCardle, typewriter ribbons.
Oh, Mr. Brody, and a whole box.
And Dreyfus, here is a 3-color map of the Louisiana Purchase.
Well, thank you, but I'm biology. This is history.
So am I. And Miss Edwards, here is the desk calendar you requisitioned.
Thank you. I hate to seem ungrateful, but this is for last year.
The last year, this year, what a years matter to the school system. Here, yellow chalk. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Mr. Brody, I'd just like to say I'm really very sorry. We all are.
Oh, no, please don't worry about me. I plan to sit in the park, feed pigeons, play chess with the other old men. I'll have to learn to play chess, of course. I suppose I'll even have to learn to like pigeons. Oh, yes, it'll be a full life. And perhaps, if I'm lucky, I'll pass away before too long. Oh, Swanson, I saved these especially for you.
Paper clips.
12 years old, the brass kind. You can't get them anymore. Oh, the days dwindle down to a precious few.
I'm very late, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Hogan, please, I want to interface with you. Interface, ladies, interface. Look the word up. It doesn't mean what you think.
Miss Swanson, I've been called downtown to an emergency session of the Budget Committee. A meeting between myself, my computer, the computer in Sacramento.
Mr. Hogan, I'm begging you, I'm imploring you to reconsider your decision about letting Mr. Brody go.
Impossible. Once a program process has been encoded, the raw software element, rather than being placed in storage mode, is released irrevocably. The computer has already forgotten all of the arguments for or against retaining Mr. Brody.
Well, what if you told the computer to forget everything I said? What if you told it that I don't want new textbooks? I'll assign a library reading list instead. What if you told the computer that?
That would read as operator error, and Alice would probably ignore the whole idea.
Alice?
Alice. Analysis, logarithmic, intersticing code. My computer. She's calling me now.
Oh, Mr. Hogan, please, won't you have a nice heart-to-heart with Alice, and perhaps she could change her mind?
All right, Miss Swanson. I'll do it. I'll run the program through again. But Alice is going to think you're a fool.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, boys.
Well, it's bye-bye Brody Day.
Oh, I know.
Oh, come on, Diana. Don't blame yourself. You did everything you could.
Hey, you guys, something really weird is going on around here. I mean, wait till I tell you what happened. I can't wait to tell you this.
Tell us. And toot sweet, honey.
Okay. Mr. Cooper's been on the phone all morning with the district supervisor. You know, the one that he had that terrible argument with about cutting the budget.
What did they talk about today?
I can't hear. He uses that private line. You know, I hate that private line. I can't listen.
Lois, please go on.
That's it. I said it was weird. I didn't say it made any sense.
I'm going to slap her.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Fillmore High School teaching staff, I just want you to know that this is the last announcement I'll be making to you. After this, you won't have Brody to kick around anymore. You know, old assistant principals never die. They just fade away. In the time I have ahead, my thoughts will always be of Fillmore.
Mr. Hogan, how can you watch what you've done to that man and not feel some compassion?
What man?
What man? Mr. Brody.
Brody. I thought he was gone.
Have you got blood in your veins, Mr. Hogan, or electrical current?
Diana, don't waste your time talking to a man who runs on batteries.
I recognize this. It's the Jefferson syndrome.
Jefferson? What's he talking about?
Several months ago at Jefferson High, Alice found it necessary to dismiss all personnel, decertify the school, and turn the building over to the bus company for a car barn. Several dissident teachers incited a small riot. Police had to be called.
Is this what you have in mind for Fillmore?
He's gonna bend, fold, staple, and mutilate us out of existence. Turkey.
Don't blame me. The computer has the answers.
Hold it. I want you all to hear this. Hogan, just got word from Sacramento on the latest cuts.
Yes.
It seems that another body is biting the dust.
Who?
You.
You got this from Bruno?
Bruno? Who's Bruno?
Bruno is a Sacramento computer. Binary retrograde.
Who
cares? The important thing is that finally someone or something realized that you and your computers are wasting the money. Not us. You're out.
I'll see about that.
Mr. Cooper, does that mean that Mr. Brody's not fired?
That's right. Brody stays.
All right. What are we doing?
Mr. Cooper, does Mr. Brody know about this yet?
I haven't seen him. I've been looking all over for him.
Fillmore. Fillmore.
Brody, where have you been?
I went out to the athletic field and sat on the 50-yard line.
Well, don't punt yet. You're off the hook. You're not fired.
I can stay? I'm still assistant principal?
Congratulations, Brody. And thank you very much, Miss Swanson.
I'm not fired.
It's true. Alice fired me. And Bruno fired Alice.
Hogan, there's just 3 things I want to say to you. Ha, ha, ha.
Welcome home, Mr. Brody.
Thank you. Swanson,
Yes, Mr. Brody.
if you ever tell anyone about those paper clips, you'll rue the day you were born.
Not a soul, Mr. Brody. Not a soul.
Miss Swanson, really?